let's pack my tiny little bag with the most portable mini vaporizing devices we can find. Next up, the PAX Mini. Whoops. Let's show the front and upright. So now that you've gotten the full tour, there's the bottom and the top. The PAX Mini is a venerable device that is at the kind of like higher end of the mini devices category. You spend about, a little over $100, $150 on this kind of thing, more if you're in a smoke shop, less if you're online. It has a press button for it to power on and a little hole in the mouthpiece right here for you to sip it like this. It also loads from the oven on the bottom, which is magnetic. I've just pushed it in with my finger a little bit. A nice sized oven, much bigger than the other device that we've been also considering, the X-Max V3 Nano. So let's get this bad boy loaded. That's what we're thinking to do in this episode of Michelle Crawford, going live to talk about dry herb vaporizing devices and your cannabis lifestyle. And if you are interested in leading a cannabis lifestyle like I am with me, let me once again mention that I also have an apparel store called repyourstateofmind.com, and here is my logo tee featuring the rainbow leaf state of mind for you to wear when you want people to know that this might be your state of mind. And maybe you want to advocate in your state for the legality, normalization, destigmatization of this plant, then you need to represent with me and shop at repyourstateofmind.com right now, where you can get this t-shirt and so many other things like other shirts, hats, bags, and hoodies. Check it out now. Thanks for watching. Let's get back into the PAX Mini. So why I'm interested in it, I really like the candy bar design and the tiny size. It has a really long battery life, supposedly, like 2 hours. I think that's excellent in a device. I'm going to use my weird wallet from Dangle Supply. This is an awesome device from Dangle Supply, a company that I have another video on some of their products here on my channel. I keep this very tiny thing in my tiny bag. It's so handy. It is a pouch for your dry herbs, and it also has a tiny pocket for, I keep their titanium, that is, cob mini pipe and a Bic lighter in there. So, see, this is Dyneema, an incredibly durable technical fabric for REI types like me, and the outer part is pink in my case, also comes in white and I think some other colors, ripstop nylon. It's not smell proof or anything like that, but it's really durable. I like to make a little funnel out of my pouch, and I bought their loading tool, which, let's give it a try. Okay, hold on. Let's put the loading tool back together and see if it helps. All right, so I'm just going to funnel some herbs into the oven, being very careful to not overfill it, and I'm going to use this little thing to tamp them down. Oh, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Jerry Stickstones, who reviews and works with Planet of the Vapes quite a bit, my favorite online retailer of dry herb vaporizers, did a review for this device and recommended that you pick up as this little loading concept with it, so I did. And I'm not sorry, because look at that beautiful load with no herbs on the sides or anything. Da-da-da, gorgeous. I did a great job. Cheers. This magnetic lid goes on top. You press the button in the mouthpiece. The lights go, they just start, and pretty soon I think it goes green and we sip the vapor. Let's go PAX Mini. How does it feel in the hand? Pretty good, you guys. Look at that. Discreet. Nothing to it. So, oh, there's that PAX smell. So one thing about PAX, conduction vaporizer. The walls of the oven heat up, basically baking. Oh, green light. Always light vapor on your first sip, but excited to try this. Look at how gorgeous my nails look with this vaporizer. Hello, right? Repyourstateofmind.com. Move box, get out the way. Look at this, wow. I do tend to go for longer draws. I sort of know the deal. With a conduction vape, such as this one, which means the oven walls are heating up and heating up the little bit of cannabis that we loaded in there, ground dry herbs. What's happening is it's like baking it, and basically like a hit is collecting in the oven. It's not like convection where hot air is being blown, that heated air is being blown through the dry herbs. So your goal with the PAX and with other conduction vapes is to allow a little time for your hit to build in the oven as the hot walls are baking the plant material, and then go in for a completely clearing sip. You're clearing all the vapor that is collected. And out it goes. I won't lie, I love convection style vapes, but I know this about the PAX. It's quality, it's durable. I love the fact that there's nothing sticking out and there's nothing breakable. So we're comparing this to the V3 Nano, which is a device. This one, if you want to see the video about this device, go ahead and, you know, check my channel, click back. I just did the first dry run with the V3 Pro Nano, and I'm really concerned about this glass piece. I just got it today, but I'm just saying, you know, as it sits in the bag and it's in there, that glass piece. Whereas this thing with nothing sticking out, I don't know. That's how it looks in the bag, you guys. Looks pretty good in there. There's my other things: gum, keys, wallet, portable ashtray, Go macro protein bar, portable tray for rolling, and usually the weird wallet's right there. So we're still green, we're still seshing. Starting to get the smell, the little like PAX smell. The lip thing is nice. It's not hot on the mouthpiece. Silicone on top, and a little opening there for the vapor flow to come through. It also came with a second mouthpiece, which is raised. Which I'm of course struggling to find. Rare, here it is. Accessories kit, raised mouthpieces in here. Oh, there it is. Came with a little cleaner for the stainless steel tube that goes through this device for the airflow. You can clean it with the included cleaner. Highly recommend you do. It is easy. Okay, here's the raised silicone mouthpiece that you can put on there instead. It would look like that. Let's try it out. I wonder if you take it out mid-session, does it mess it up? All right, I was able to use there's the path that you can clean with the device, you know, and here we go. Putting the other mouthpiece in. There's the profile now. Also comfy. The raised mouthpiece is super comfy, and you know what's great? If you do lose one of the mouthpieces, you have a backup. You know what? If you have one, you have one. If you have two, you have one. If you have three, you have two. So if you have two, you have one. I don't know if you guys are preppers like I'm a little prepper, but if you understand what I'm saying, then you've got it. Yeah, raised mouthpiece is good. The flat mouthpiece is good. Either way, I'm glad I have a backup. You know, that's how I'm thinking about it. I don't really have a preference right now. I've heard that this is good for getting the load out after it's spent and you want to reload it. But another great thing about having an oven that's a little bit larger is that this can probably go a couple sessions. Like, I probably would like to refresh it after one sesh, but I think that for average users that this would go multiple sessions. Taste wise, it's deteriorating already, and the smell is baking kind of cannabis smell, which is, I don't know, a real problem with the PAXs. The convection devices do not seem to accumulate the smell the way that these devices do. The conduction devices do, or at least the PAX, in my experience. But not being a PAX lover, I only had a PAX like 2. I have not had the 3 or the Plus, and this is my only second ever PAX purchase, and I gave away my first PAX to my best friend. However, now that I'm like more fully into the cannabis world and I've met so many more people through mentoring, students, people who are wanting to become certified cannabis health coaches and educators at Cannabis Institute, formerly known as Cannabis Coaching Institute, where I mentored for almost 3 years. I have met many people who tried dry herb vaporizers, and lo and behold, PAX was almost always everyone's first try. So they have a definite niche spot in the market to be most people's first dry herb vaporizer. I mean, it looks good in there. It's slimmer. It doesn't have this glass tip. Either way, I think I'm going to be happy. I think either of devices is good, and now that I have 2 of them, not to mention the fact that the big brother / sister of the V3 Nano, I have the X-Max Pro Max, slightly larger version of this, already fits in this orange bag as well. So I can already fit that in there. So now I have 3 devices that fit the small bag. The larger version of this Pro Max, X-Max Pro Max V3, and then the V3 Nano also fits. Now we have the PAX Mini still going on this sesh, by the way. And like I mentioned in the other video, it bears mentioning that if you like to have a cart on you, a cannabis cartridge for concentrates vaporizing, but you're concerned about what's in them now, that you maybe have read the LA Times review, or maybe you would like to try different flavors and have just a different experience of concentrate vaporizing, let me recommend the Puffco pen. And this setup is just very what I want to talk about with taking things on the go. So if you are like me and not really a big cartridge user, but more of a concentrates, specific strains and specific makers user, connoisseur, if you will, the pen is an excellent, most portable way to do that kind of vaporizing on the go. In my opinion, I have found this to be amazing. It's made of metal, but it deserves its own review. My goodness, we're still going on this sesh. Perhaps it's the case that it's reactive and won't stop until I stop. I've noticed that there is a lot of technology in these devices that is responsive to your draw, so that can be expected. Let's have a look at the oven. It's probably going to be a little hot, so I'm going to be careful. Very browning on the edges. You can see vape coming out of it, vapor coming out of it, and it has a super baked smell. The edges are super brown, the middle is a little bit green still. There's a lot of seshes in here, but they're baked seshes for sure. But you know what? That's not a bad thing. Nobody's complaining. Okay, flavor chasers aren't complaining. People who love big clouds are complaining. People who want the ability to vaporize cannabis in a portable, dependable way that doesn't require a lot of maintenance are not complaining. All right. This probably will not win on smell. I've noticed the convection devices, and this one's a convection device, are a little bit better on smell. And these conduction devices, especially the PAX, is notoriously terrible with smell. If the smell gets unruly, there are these products called smell caps that are just caps that go on either end that can help reduce the smell. Or I could put it in its own little smell-proof pouch, but that will take up space. Nobody wants that. What we want is just something that can just drop into the purse and be fine. See, which is why I'm excited to give these two thorough testing. I hope to see this glass piece just win out. Maybe I hope to see the smell and the performance and the taste of the PAX be awesome. Let's just see what ends up winning. You know, what's easier to recharge, what, you know, what happens in our, I used to watch on Edwards, not watch, but Edwards, the channel where people are reviewing cars, used to do long-term reviews of some of their cars with some of their editors, and I thought those were great. So that's what we were about to start, on a long-term review of these two devices, the PAX Mini and the V3 Nano, as, you know, devices that are easy to keep in tiny little bags and be portable. Head-to-head, long-term rugged review. All right, cheers, everyone. I think that I can't seem to be done with this one. Maybe it doesn't have a sesh time. It's just cycling through. I'm going to end it by pressing on the button. And boom, it's off. It's a little bit warm, but not bad. Pretty good. Well, once again, I want to thank everyone who joined me for this review of and first use of the PAX Mini. The Mini by PAX, smaller than the PAX Plus, cheaper by $200. I purchased mine at planetofthevapes.com, where I suggest that you shop. I do have a code for them at my website, candidcuriouscoaching.com, where you can find out more about me, Michelle Crawford, as a cannabis health coach and educator. I have courses, I have clubs there, and I do also have Rep State of Mind, which is my advocacy apparel brand, where I invite you to shop for this State of Mind logo tee and more hats, bags, and apparel for you to advocate in your state. Every purchase does benefit NORML, the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Law, as well as Patients for Safe Access, my two charities that I donate to with some of my profits. But we can't make any donations if we don't have any sales, because there will be no profits. Correct? Correct. So if you're with me, like I hope you're with me, thank you so much for your future purchase at repyourstateofmind.com. Have a great day. Stay tuned for more about dry herb vaporizing and living this amazing total spectrum cannabis lifestyle with me here on my channel, Michelle Crawford Cannabis. See you later.